Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Grumman Pilot's YouTube channel. And today we have an update on the Project Tiger. We haven't done much to it. We've been busy, and we also have our usual mixed bag of tricks for you. So sit back and enjoy the fun, and we'll be back to you in a little while. So we would like to ask you please subscribe, hit the like button, and hit the notify to stay current with our content. So we have the Project Tiger, it's in T11, and we're working on the firewall, and Matt is working to make it polished like a mirror. It's going to look gorgeous when it's all done, and then we can put the new electric fuel pump and everything back on the firewall. But we spent a lot of time the last couple of days listening to a lot of this of the die grinder and putting a lot of dust on the floor, but that's okay because the firewall is going to be absolutely gorgeous. The engine run should be this weekend, and we'll get it hung back on the airplane. Then we can start putting the interior in and all the other stuff on the aircraft. So stay tuned for some more Project Tiger updates. So as part of the comments, we got lots and lots of listening to the Rolock cleaning the firewall, but a lot of you asked about the Kittens. And here's the aircraft spruce boxes that the new starter came in, and of course the paper gets on the tile floor, and you have hours and hours and days of fun for the little kittens. It doesn't matter. One will even get under the box and try to walk away with it. So they're having a great time with our shipping boxes. And now that we've got you caught up on the kittens, let's talk about the T-shirts. We ordered a lot of T-shirts for this year. We still have a lot, so we're going to be putting them on sale. We have a new way of mailing them. It saves us a couple of bucks. So if you want to get some money on a good Grumman Pilot shirt, order one on the website, and we'll be working out the discount code and getting it applied to the purchases. So if you need a T-shirt, now's the time to get one before the fall comes in. For those of you that knew Bob Stewart, I got to talk this week to his brother Dave. Dave had an engine in an engine shop being overhauled. The shop wasn't getting any work accomplished on it. Dave gave him basically another 3 months to get the engine done. He went up there to see the progress. After 3 months, there had been nothing done. He got on the phone to me, and he went and got his pieces from the shop, and he brought them up here to Triple V Engine, and Terry is going to be assembling another Tiger engine for Dave Stewart. So the takeaway from this is, if you've got your engine in an engine shop and they're not moving along at a space that they promised, you can go in there and collect all your parts and take them to another shop. The shop that he tried to pick them up from, tried the line like, oh, it's an FAA reg that once I start an overhaul, I have to finish it. That is not a reg, and you can just demand your parts back and take them to a shop that you know the work will be done at. So that's our update on what's going on with the Dave Stewart engine. Again, Bob Stewart's brother that you all knew for the years and was a great Grumman guru. So in reflection, if you've got a problem going on with your airplane, get a hold of somebody in the Grumman Pilot Association, and we will try to assist you to get your airplane back flying so you can enjoy it. Just remember us, the Grumman Pilot Association. And while we're in flashback mode there with Bob Stewart, let's go back to 2001, or better yet, let's go back to 2000 in August. And I was at International Trilogy University. I was working for a company in Austin, Texas, and they had a team building event. My girlfriend of the day was big into rock climbing and rope climbing. I'm basically terrified of heights. I have the fear that most pilots have. Now, you can take me as high up in the air as you want. If I've got an airplane wrapped around me, I feel perfectly comfortable. But here was some team building we did. We did a lot of rope crossing, and we did a lot of slides on the rope pulley down, and it was a lot of fun. It was a good team building. So if you're having fun at your job, stay there. And this week, while we were setting up all the other airplanes and organizing all of our video, we found some video from back in 2006 where we were taking Grumman yokes and making a hat rack out of them. And this hat rack, which is 3 magnesium Yankee yokes that have all been powder coated and painted red, white, and blue. They are on a sycamore board, and it hangs in T6 Bravo in our Yankee Aviation shop for you to hang your hats and your coats on. So next time you're there, take a look at it. Let me also point out on the yoke that you can, in an airplane, you can hang your coat on the yoke as it sits in the airplane. I did that once landing at Toronto. I was getting out to go clear customs. I left my coat on the yoke. When I grabbed my big all-weather winter coat off the yoke, it tore the top of the push-to-top off, and I had to hit that little button all the way home to talk. We had to replace that. So when you hang stuff on your yoke, Be cognizant of what's in the yoke in terms of buttons so you don't pull the tops off and make them difficult to use. We also did a few other videos. We did one on the STL 3D print files that are available from the GPA. So if you've got step-up pegs on your airplane and you want to make new plugs, we've got the files. We also brought you into the 149 NLR lightweight starter for your aircraft. We're putting one on the Project Tiger and several others of them. They work for the 0320 and the 0360. We also did a video from our air safety days of AOPA back in weather flying tips and tricks. And then finally, as we found archive from the storm that hit Hawaii in 2016 when we were there, there's the crew when we were at the Maui Ocean Center that day, but this is the crew that was visiting, and you can see Ken and Jan back in the day. For you travelers and two-seaters that have this kind of shaft assembly on your airbox, take a look at those bearings. If they're loosing like that, you're not getting a good, when you throw on carb heat, you're not getting a good seal, and you'll be hearing clicking like this. So you might want to order some new bearings and get those installed. And then as a little treat for you, here's a video called Real Racing. And I haven't seen trailers being pulled, but when I'm up at Ken's, there was a race that used to go on up there on Friday nights, and it was people in cars and trucks pulling boats on trailers around a track like this, and it made for hilarious crashes and spills and tumbles. And Ken used to buy boats up and trailers up and sell them to the people at a reduced rate, but it was a lot of fun to go see. So if you've ever seen anything like this, expand your envelope and take a look at it. And as a reminder, we have the replacement fresh air louvers for your front and your air boxes. They fit all the 2-place and 4-place aircraft except the later model AG5B Tigers. But we have new ones available, and we also have a new box for shipping them. So for those of you in Canada, Australia, and Europe who want these, we have a way to reduce your postage down to about a third of what it used to be. So if you need a set of air vents, they're on the GPA website. Place an order or send me an email or give me a call and we'll get a set on off to you. So enjoy them in your airplane. They're nice and they don't flop to one side, and the louver in the back helps direct the air. And then finally, as we're wrapping up, we have a little treat for you. Ignore the groundhog that's in the grass right there, but we're focusing in out by the swimming pool. The tomatoes were great this year that we had by the pool, but Luann planted these little blood flowers, which are good for monarch butterflies, and they're out there, and we were getting butterflies crazy. Then we started getting caterpillars, and we have a treat for you. A monarch caterpillar, a monarch chrysalis, finally by a monarch butterfly, so stay tuned. And here's another view of the groundhog where he came out from underneath the porch, but we catch them on the cameras that are out on the back deck, and they are cute little guys, and they do provide a lot of amusement for the kittens. But now let's get back and let's go finish up looking at the monarch caterpillar chrysalis and all. Now, Luann planted the blood flowers out there, and they attract the monarch butterflies and the caterpillars, and so they lay their eggs, and here's a caterpillar walking on the other side of one of the flowers. And then when he finally gets full, he builds himself this green with gold-flecked chrysalis. He'll hang that just about anywhere, underneath a piece of metal, under a board, but then eventually when it dries, he'll come out like this monarch right here. He'll let his wings dry, and off he will go. So that's a little bit on the monarch butterfly chrysalis. Here's a little quick look at what the blood flowers look like. They're quite beautiful, being orange and yellow, and it really does attract the butterflies. And then they'll eventually eat enough on the plant that they'll produce this nice green chrysalis. It will dry, and then you'll have a butterfly. So ladies and gentlemen, we hope you found all this useful and informative. Hope you enjoyed the mixed bag of tricks. Thanks for watching, and have a great day flying your Grumman. You know, forget buying expensive toys for your kittens and cats. We find that just taking the aircraft spruce box and the paper on the tile floor is more than enough amusement for them for hours.